There is a science behind attracting and building wealth that 98.8% of the global population do not know.
Gary Thompson, the sales communication professional, best-selling author and private equity investor, says, master the client conversion ladder and optimize your business success. He continues, many rising stars in business try to get from A to Z in a split second in the client conversion journey. That approach will set you up for frustration, time, money, and effort being wasted. The alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has great significance in words formation and in human expression. The client conversion process has many steps, and when these steps are overlooked, it negatively influences your ability to attract and communicate with the ideal client. You must invest in breaking through the know, like, and trust barriers that allow you to win in business. He went on to say, the first step in your client conversion journey begins with relationships. 1. Fill the relationship gaps. 2. Leverage relationships to overcome client rejection. 3. And position your brand to stand out in the market. Gary wants you to be successful and invites you to call us today to help you master the client conversion ladder, optimize your brand recognition, and increase the cash flow of your business.
You see, for decades, people have been taught to go to school to get a good education and then to get a good job. Now, I see no harm in going to school. I see no harm in investing to get a good education, and I see no harm in getting a good job. But the big question that leaves to be answered is, are you really being exposed to the best quality of education that is so designed to ensure that you have job security in the immediate, near, and distant future? Perhaps we need to have a conversation around academic audit. One of the reasons I believe that this conversation is justifiable is largely because we have done part of this audit, and what we have seen is that you have highly educated people that are still working paycheck to paycheck. We're seeing doctors and lawyers. We are seeing persons with first and second degree and perhaps a double master's that are still going paycheck to paycheck. Is that story a myth or is it fact? Go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and your life will be set. Now, let me put this candidly clear. I see no harm in going to school, but in going to school, there is what I classify as the good education and the right education. To put this into context, the good education prepares you for a world of work. Some may want to say that is good and some is bad. The right education does more. It prepares you for a world of work, but it also prepares you to truly understand a process of building wealth. So with the right education, you don't have to go paycheck to paycheck because while you experience the joy of work, you're also trying to experience the joy of wealth. We have teamed up Seven Figure Media and Bestseller Portal. We are going to be doing a lot of teaming up to share information across our spectrum to really help to provide a new content, a new context of information that can really help people to understand a process of building wealth, a process of starting and scaling your 6, 7, and 9-figure brand. Why? Because we want you to enjoy a better quality of life. You deserve it for yourself and for your loved ones. So coming back to the topic, there's a difference between the good education and the right education. And here is an issue that I want to talk about because we see for decades, millions of people across the world, they have been socialized to this way of thinking. And I just want to push that ceiling forward a little bit. As I said, there's no harm in going to school, but you want to get the right education. There is no harm in getting a job, but you want to know along with the job that you have job security, you have income security, and you have a chance to position yourself to build wealth. All of that could be done. We need to push this a little further. Go to school, get a good education, get a good job. It's important to recognize that your single source of income for the majority of people in the world is not going to be enough for you to enjoy the quality of life that you know you deserve. And by extension, it would not enable you to provide the quality of love for your loved ones and your children. So the way we need to look at this is we go to school to get the right education, to get the right job, and then you want to save, and then you want to invest. Now, some people walk away with that falsified notion that when you save, it's a pathway to build wealth. No, it's not. It's not. And one of the reasons it's not a pathway to build wealth is largely because you have massive inflation that is taking place all across the world, and your savings, because the fact that it's attracting very low interest, you find that the inflation is much higher than the interest that is remitted to you. That simply means is that all of your savings, instead of it appreciating in value, it is depreciating in value. So let us suppose that you have $100 in the bank account and you have a 5% appreciation, a 5% inflation. That simply means that that $100 spending power is no longer $100. You just have 95 cents, all right, or $95 to spend. And that is the challenge with savings. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you not to save, but you save with a strategic objective. You save for emergency. You must have that emergency savings, but you also save to invest, all right? You save to invest. And it is by building a clearer understanding of how to work to earn, how to work, how to earn, how to save, and how to invest is what's going to set you up to build wealth even faster. But again, I just don't want you to identify any portfolio that you're going to go to invest in. You need to have the information that's going to help you to make informed and highly educated decisions. These are things that you don't want to make an emotional decision when it comes to investing your hard-earned dollar. I'm going to talk about a couple of things today that should really help to give you a better perspective on things that you can invest in. Now, over the next few episodes, I will talk to you about income producing assets. I will talk to you about asset appreciation. We will also talk about equity leverage. We will talk about asset accumulation and wealth accumulation snowball. And this high level of overview should help to give you some perspective on what is investment, the importance of investing, and some ideas on how to go about doing this. So let's begin by examining income producing asset. What exactly is an income producing asset? Now, income producing asset comes in many forms. For example, a car can be income producing asset. It is a depreciating asset, but even a car can serve as an income producing asset. For example, you purchase a car and you purchase that car with a clear intention. You want to put it into Uber and you want to put it into some taxi operation. All right, you want to assign that car to perhaps foreign direct investors. So you have foreigners coming into the country and they need vehicles to move around with, and your vehicles available to them. Now, the ability to do this means that you have taken a depreciating asset and you're now able to leverage that depreciating asset as an income producing asset that is putting money in your pocket. All right, that is putting money in your pocket. Of course, you have to consider a number of things here. The income that is being generated, it must be enough to pay your monthly debt obligation on that car and also leave monies available to you. And to do this, again, it's not about making an emotional decision. It's about ensuring that you have the data that is going to allow you to make highly informed and highly educated decisions when it comes to investing in income producing assets that is going to be a real asset and not a liability to you. These are things that we will go deeper in over a period of time so you have that degree of clarity to make a better, smarter, wiser decision in terms of how you position yourself to build wealth. Now, a truck is another depreciating asset that can be served and leveraged as an income producing asset because you have trucks, you can perhaps transport goods for mega manufacturing companies. You can transport perhaps furnishing for real estate developers who are developing their home and then they want to outfit it with furnishing. So all of this provide possibilities for you to leverage a truck in transportation services, and you can pay a hefty amount of money. But I want to emphasize this. None of these ideas that I'm giving you should be based on emotional decision. You don't want to go do these things and it's based on emotional decision. You want to have the data. And the data looks like what I'm about to say. Long before you start that business or purchase the car or the truck, you want to know that you understand all the pieces of the puzzle. You don't want to purchase it and then it sits and it's not connected to an Uber. It's not connected to any transportation services. It's not, set up to cash flow optimize. You want to know the cash flowing potential long before you make the purchase, and you want to establish relationship with the critical stakeholders before you make any form of investment in this. That's a smarter way in which you go about doing it. The last thing that you want is to make this investment and it becomes a liability because you're making an emotional decision. This is not the way wealth builders think. And my objective moving forward is to really provide you a content of information that can help you to become a massive wealth builder, because I know that you deserve it. Your family, deserve this. So when you flourish, they flourish. You're able to do more in their lives. And this content and of information is being designed to really help you to make better, smarter, wiser decisions as you position yourself to build wealth. As I'm talking about building wealth, what I find to be also very strange is that we don't have any mainstream institutions that really teaches you the smartest way to build wealth. Yes, we have a number of, influencers that talks about the subject, but the many influencers that we have across the world that discuss this subject doesn't equate to a mainstream institution that really provides the kind of information, the kind of support, the kind of environment, the kind of ecosystem that make this type of information and education mainstream. Perhaps it's something for us to start thinking about and talking about and some more. I'm going to pause here for today. But it's important to understand income producing asset. Today we have examined two forms of income producing asset. We look at the car and we look at the truck. They are depreciating assets, but in spite of this, they can both serve to provide income. They can both serve as income producing asset that is providing residual income into your pockets. And that in of itself can set you up to start building wealth. So you work to earn, you earn to save, you save to invest. What are you going to invest in? So you save, you have some money. What are you going to invest in? You can invest in the car, not to own the car as a liability, but as an asset. You can invest in a truck, not to own the truck as a liability, but as an asset. But I clearly stated, before you make that investment and have that vehicle sitting, depreciating, you want to ensure that all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and all the ducks are lined up in a row, and you know that you're making a highly informed and highly educated decision as you set yourself up to create multiple streams of income, position yourself to start building wealth. Be blessed, and see you in the next broadcast.
Pitch Deck 101 LLC, out of New York, do more than just support our clients to pitch their businesses to investors and access working capital at 0% APR. We also support our clients to grow and scale their businesses faster and cash flow optimize. Pitch Deck 101 LLC recent partnership with 10X Branding Marketing LLC and Global Capital Inc. out of the USA has enabled us to form unique partnership with multiple financial institutions, which means we can do even more to accelerate the success of our clients. Let Pitch Deck 101 LLC give you the support you need to pitch to investors, access capital, access new markets, and grow and scale your business. Contact us now on 332-235-1099 for a free consultation.